All right, we're live in Doomsday's Krypt once again tonight, April 6, 2022. We're here with Bill Smith, actor Bill Smith. And I found out he's got another actor in his family, his car. So we were talking a little bit earlier about that. He's been in a ton of movies, A Quiet Place 2. He was a townsperson in that. He's also been cast as Alfred Pennyworth in the upcoming Batman, The Killing Joke fan film by Anthony Caimano, who's, he's not here, Bill. He wants to make his grand entrance, like I told you. That's all right. We can talk smack about him until he gets here.
Sure.
That way. Yeah. We'll talk some crap, But all right, Bill. Awesome to have you on the show. It's really exciting for me. And I'd say, why do you think Anthony cast you as Alfred Pennyworth? But you look like Alfred Pennyworth. It's probably the one who's most, here he is. Look at this guy. What a joker.
He is a joker.
He is a joker. Always has to make the grand entrance. Here he is. Anthony Caimano. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys today?
Doing well. I was actually talking to Bill so much off screen. It was a ton of fun. I think everybody in the chat's really going to enjoy Bill. And I was just saying, I was like, usually I ask everybody why you cast them, but I mean, come on, Alfred, he's a perfect Alfred.
I think so.
Like with Sean Thompson, it's like, okay, Commissioner Gordon, you wanted to go a different route. I mean, this guy has Alfred Pennyworth written all over him. So
yeah, and he's a great guy too.
I think that's perfect for this part. I'm really excited about it. I think
it's going to be a great film.
I play a certain part, like an older rich guy all the time. So usually,
yeah, I think he's going to be perfect. I saw him. I don't know if he told you we met on the set of another movie in September, and I had Batman in the back of my head at that point. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, I'm going to get this guy.
Like I said, I didn't even question it. It's kind of like I saw his pictures and I've talked to him.
Yeah.
I've asked about everybody. Why'd you cast him as a part? I'm not even going to ask. I already know. Like, perfect.
Yeah, I think he's perfect for it.
I don't have the English accent, but I don't think I need the English accent, though.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You just got to just bring drinks on the set and practice that way, and I'm sure Anthony will be happy with that.
Yeah. Good enough. No, I think we're all, like you said, I'm kind of doing the Joker a little bit different and doing Gordon a little bit different. It's all going to be a little bit different. So I think having an Alfred without the accent might be okay too. It's sort of like what would you call it?
Usually in the comics that he's got the English accent.
Is it?
I don't know.
Maybe I just hear him that way.
I don't read it in English. Whenever I read a comment, it's always in my voice. It's weird.
Right.
How the ladies sound just like me. Everybody sounds just like me. The kids sound just like me. It's hard for me to read. I got to watch it on TV. Just a kid. But Bill was in one of my favorite movies out recently, and that was A Quiet Place 2. And
oh, cool.
And we were talking about that, so that's pretty exciting for me because I was telling Bill it was the first movie we went to the movie theater after 2 years, really, and to go to the movie theater and see a great film. And he said, "You're in the yellow shirt that movie," so now I'm going to be looking for Bill every time I see it. Where in the world is Bill Smith instead of
just look for the yellow shirt, yeah. And my car was also in the movie as well. So every time I was on set, I had to bring my car, and it was parked in the on the street. Yeah. So it was working with that movie was incredible. It was scary because they never told us what they were going to do. So, especially the one scene where Emily Blunt drives up the hill and then the bus comes down. She's got to drive backwards. My car is parked on the right-hand side. The bus hits a car and it explodes. And then it comes down and nearly hits Emily Blunt coming down. That was a very scary scene. Being on set, because one of the wheels of the car came loose and rolled down the hill as well, and people were screaming and yelling, "Get out of the way!" And then
Sounds
there was
deadly.
explosion. Yeah, then when they hit the car, the gas from the car went all over the place and nearly hit my car that was parked on the street. And then the monsters go onto the car, but on the set it explodes internally, and so all the glass, we're running down the street and the glass explodes all over the place. So it was really scary on set. So but it was an incredible scene. The whole movie was incredible.
Well, I can imagine it'd have to be the experience. You said everybody was so cool on set too.
Yeah.
And it was such an experience. And I don't know if you want to say out loud that, there's more to A Quiet Place coming out.
Yeah, it's on IMDb already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be A Quiet Place 3, and it's probably going to be shooting here in New York State. I'm not sure exactly where the locations will be, but they've got the money, they got the script, they got the director already. But it's been delayed because of COVID. It's been delayed and delayed. So it should have been shot 2 years ago, but because of COVID, it's been delayed, and hopefully it'll be this year or maybe next year. They've already got the date that it's going to be coming out, so they got to be starting shooting soon. So
who do they get in contact with first, you or your car?
Usually at the same time. So yeah, they usually hire me and my car together. It's been in like 4 movies already. It's a 1995 dark blue car, and they just like that car. So
that seems awesome. We got a few people in Facebook, and I just like to tell them.
Yeah.
We got Joe Collins, we got Kelly Gates, and Henry Lee. All you guys got to do is go on. There's a link up there where it says, if you go see more, I'm looking on this, and you go to StreamYard Facebook, it'll allow me to see your name, so I don't have to really look on Facebook, and I can go right on StreamYards. And instead of seeing what you see here, the Good Evening Facebook, I see like something with Chris Callie. Hey, Chris Callie. Hello, Kelly. Well, Kelly's got it. Topaz, thank you for being here.
It's Melanie.
We got Kelly again. Flat Lives, I'm going to read them. We got Amy Crabtree, Chad Middleton, and Facebook user. Good interview. I appreciate it, Facebook user. And yeah, like I said, you can just go to StreamYards, and it saves me a lot of time because I want you guys to get your questions answered. I want to, at least acknowledge who it is and know who it is without get on the computer. And it's hard enough me doing like one thing at a time because I can't walk and chew gum. I've explained this to many people. But yeah, so how long have you been acting for, Bill?
In the movies, I started in 2014, 2015, but I started in theater when I was really young, about 4 or 5 years old. In elementary school, we had a theater, and we had to participate in a Christmas show and a spring show from kindergarten to 6th grade. Then in high school and college, I was in theater for the credits. I needed the credits to graduate. And then 2004, so I didn't be involved in any movies or theater after that. And then 2014, 2015, a friend, a co-worker asked me to be in one of his movies. And I go, sure, I'll do it for fun. And I did about 5 or 6 horror zombie movies. His name is Emir Skalonja. He's done a ton of horror movies. And so I did that. And then until 2016, we had the New York State film credit passed. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And they hired me for the movie called Marshall that came to Buffalo. And I was in that. And I got cast. And I was had 3 parts. 2 parts were cut, but the one went through with the major actors I was involved with. And then after that, the Buffalo Niagara Film Commissioner kept asking me to be in these other Hollywood movies that came because I fit the profile of an older character, and I kept doing them. And then they did some student movies and then some more independent movies, and it's just snowballed after that. And they keep asking me, and I go, okay. So everybody in New York State knows me, the casting directors, and I've been to Pittsburgh numerous times to do movies there, which is close by, and I show up on time, I do my job, and they like me. I'm dependable, and I'm on time all the time, all the time. So
you started. It wasn't something you really planned on the way it was happened.
It was not planned. It was just luck, opportunity, being in the right place at the right time, and then my learning curve just skyrocketed, learning about the business and how the being on set, all the terminology of that they use on set, and just constantly learning, and studying about acting, and learning about the movie business. And every time I'm on set, I learn more about the business, especially the technology of the cameras and computer graphics, the blue screen and green screen, and various acting styles. So I think I do the method technology system where I internalize being in the character, and it looks believable on screen. So I think I'm doing the right thing. So
sounds like you're on the right path. And you guys met obviously in the upstate New York on a film set, and Anthony obviously lives upstate New York. So how cool is it he's doing? Were you a Batman fan before this, or has this gotten you to start really becoming and researching Batman more, being Alfred Pennyworth? How much did you know about it before, and how much do you know now that you've been cast as Alfred?
Growing up, you always saw it on TV. I saw the TV version all the time, and then I've seen all the movies. But now that I'm being involved in it, I'm doing a lot more research to understand the characters, learning about the Joker and the Batman, and more history about it. So yeah.
Cool.
I got a question for Anthony on that. Do you think what you do, because you're taking your own spin on the Batman series and the Killing Joke?
Yeah.
I think that could be beneficial. I don't know if you agree that he isn't like the comic book reader of really more than the TV show, where he can bring a fresh Alfred Pennyworth to the role.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to be perfect, for what I'm doing. I think, some people that are more traditional, classic, hardcore Batman fans are going to look at what I'm doing and just not like it because it's not close enough to what they're familiar with. But I think for what I'm doing, I think he's going to be perfect for it. I don't think I could really do any better. So
I've never read the comic strips of Batman, so I didn't have comic books when I was growing up. So I just watched the TV series and the movies, the recent movies, which is really incredible. What they've done with the technology of computer graphics is unbelievable. What they can do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still a practical effects guy. I'm going to say it till the day. The one thing I did like was in The Quiet Place, they used it really well. Sometimes CGI can be really, really bad, but I loved what they did in The Quiet Place too with the CGI. If it's done well, it can be really good.
So we never saw the monsters. We always had a tennis ball. So we had to imagine what the monsters looked like. So I didn't know what the monsters looked like until I actually saw it on the movie screen, and it was terrifying.
Hey, Daniel.
So
I'm just going through and getting that up. I'm listening too, but it's one of those things where I imagine as an actor, it's so much harder when you look to do CGI and react to it, especially if you don't know what it looks like until basically you see the movie.
Yeah,
imagine you didn't know until you saw it in the theaters, unless you were at the screening.
We never shoot in sequences. Everything is out of sequence. So I wasn't, people ask me what the movie was about, and I really don't know because it was always out of sequence. So when I saw the movie, it was like, oh, wow, we did that the first day, and then the last scene was done the middle of the movie, and so it's so when you ask an actor, you know, what's the movie about, we really don't know, because a lot of it's edited, it is out of sequence, and we don't know what they're highlighting. So you know, I mean, I know the basics of it, but I don't know how the whole movie is works together at the end. That's with
Well,
all the movies too.
when you see a movie like A Quiet Place 2, and now that you've worked on set, I've asked Sean this, and actually it was a question I asked him off screen, like when I messaged him or I said thanks for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great question I like to ask each person now is now that you're an actor and you see what happens on set, does it give you more of an appreciation for more of a, you know, for the movie, knowing the ins and outs and every step that goes into it to make it happen, compared to being the average moviegoer who hasn't probably been on set or been on a film like this?
Oh, absolutely, because there's so much work that's involved. Whether you're a background actor or a main actor, there's a lot of work involved. It's long days, 12, 14 hours a day. A lot of it's in holding. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So when I watch a movie now, I appreciate it more. Even the background actors, I look at it and appreciate what they're doing, because it's a lot of work. It's not um, it's not an easy thing to do. All the preparation, all the CGI, all the explosions, all the work that has to be done, all the catering, everything has to be thought about many months ago. The location sites, the costumes, the wardrobe, the hair. It's a lot of work to do a movie. So I appreciate it very much, and working together with the crew as well.
One thing I've noticed, especially after Teen Wolf, is background characters could either try to get the attention for themselves or play the part well. I don't know if you know the old.
Yeah,
you might not know Anthony, but at the end of was not Teen Wolf? Yeah, Teen Wolf. Yeah, Teen Wolf. Yeah, one of the background characters. Pants must have been loose. His zipper was undone, but so it became a legend. But no, in all seriousness, the background characters, if they're just sitting there looking at the camera, I imagine from a filmmaker's point of view, you don't want to have to yell cut because one of the background characters isn't, you know, acting natural in the background or a character. So I imagine, you know, I could see like you being, especially in A Quiet Place 2, as one of the townspeople. And you kind of said that they were really great with you, and there's a part 3 coming out. Hopefully you get cast in that, but that what you did was the right thing. And the people on set do notice these things, even if you aren't the main character, which.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yes. They're checking everything. Yep. Continuity. They're looking at the background. They're looking at the scene. They're looking at the lighting. They're looking at everything. It's much more technical than people imagine. So even being a background extra, you have to know where you're going, what you're portraying. Even if you're not speaking, you have to be in character on set, so it looks believable in the movie.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, every little detail makes all the difference in the world and scenes. I mean, as you see when you watch breakdown videos, and it'll be like, you know, what is it? Cinema Sins, and they'll point out what's this actor doing in the background. It'll be, you know, that people do notice these little details that can go a long way to really make a scene or kind of really take away and ruin a scene. So, you know, any actors out there, I you know, listen to what Bill's saying. It's got him a lot more work by doing his job, doing it well, being there on time, and even if it's just being a townsperson, it can lead to more in your career and your future. Which,
because casting directors are looking for reliability. They're looking at if you show up, if you're on time, if you know your lines, where where they're looking at that because they're responsible for you being booked. So if you do something wrong, it goes against the casting director. So just being follow directions, being there on time, and being reliable that's what they're looking for, reliability and consistency.
And it seems like it can lead to a lot more. At least put your foot in the door for an opportunity to grow as an actor or get even a larger role in the film, or you know,
yeah,
a lot of that is important. And being easy to work with on the set, I imagine, goes a long way. Like you said, you had a great relationship with the production company with John Krasinski, Emily Blunt. You had a great relationship with all of them, and you know, and that's always cool to hear that the stars, you know, whether you're not one of the co-stars in it or not, it's always cool to hear like somebody like John Krasinski. Everybody loves The Office, and I think most fans are rooting for him with all he's doing, and to hear like behind the scenes, he's a really cool guy on top and real supportive to everybody and doesn't treat you any less important than anybody else, and really it comes across as a great guy, and that's cool to always hear, because I'm a fan of The Quiet Place 1 and 2. I actually thought The Quiet Place 2 was even better because I love the Last of Us vibe to it, the Joel and Ellie vibe, and I thought they really did that well on screen. There was a great bond between the two of them, and Quiet Place 2 was a great movie experience after 2 years of not being able to go to theaters. And that popcorn was good. Popcorn was good.
Definitely.
So, how much do you know about your character as Pennyworth, as Alfred Pennyworth? Is Anthony giving you anything but pretty much basics? Is there any work you're doing to get ready for the role, as far as bringing your own take on it, doing your own research?
I'm actually watching the old Batman movies, and looking at the different nuances. Basically, that's what I'm doing right now. I haven't gotten a script, but I think I'm thinking about how the character is going to work with Batman and the Joker. How we can work together.
And I people like with Pennyworth, Alfred Pennyworth, and Anthony, you write the script. Yeah. He's a crucial element. I'm sure there's a lot of people, everybody knows this, but without Alfred Pennyworth, there really is no Batman, or he's not able to be the man he is. And I don't care whatever version you do, Alfred Pennyworth is always the foundation, the grounded character that keeps him in touch with reality and the father figure he needs when he lost his father. And
for Bruce,
it's a crucial part. I mean, it's a big part you're taking in this. That I imagine Anthony's got a few things in mind for Alfred Pennyworth and the relationship with Batman.
So I think we were talking when we had Sean on. I think we were talking about that and how Alfred's pretty crucial to Bruce Wayne, and then Sean's character, Commissioner Gordon, would sort of play that role for Batman. So when Bruce is in the costume, Sean's character would kind of play that role in his life, and then when he's out of the costume, it's more of Alfred.
Yeah, so there's two different role models for him, and I think that'll be great. I'm looking forward to your take on it, especially with the actors you've casted so far. Like I said, he's the first one I go, all right, I'm not even going to ask why he's cast as Alfred. It just goes without
he's just
saying.
Perfect for it.
Yeah, he really is. But it doesn't mean anyone's take either, because I like that you're doing your own take on the story. And actually, even with Bill, that he's not read every comic book and seen every Alfred, it gives him the opportunity to bring his own version of Alfred Pennyworth to the role, which I know that's what you want for your movie, is a different take. You want the characters to be the characters, but not this version of Alfred. This version of Alfred. It's your version of Alfred in that movie.
Right.
And that's really cool.
Unique to the Killing Joke. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so I know like a lot of the newer versions of Alfred are way more physical than the older ones. So the older version of Alfred was just kind of like the butler, and now he's more hands-on, and he's there's more combat in some of it. I don't know if you've seen Gotham, but he kind of fights in that one.
Well, I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
Someone just left something in the comments that said he does something like that in the newer comics that they're making. So they've had all these different versions of the characters over time, but this will just be our own unique version of the character for the Killing Joke. Maria says, "Congrats to Bill."
Thank you very much.
No, I think Bill's going to be perfect. You know, as soon as I saw him, I was like, he's. I don't think I can do any better than Bill.
No, he's right in New York State too.
Yeah, not just because of the way he looks either. You know, he's a great guy. He's professional. I talked to him a bit before working with him in September, and he was just really personable and treated everybody with respect, and he's just an all around great guy. I was like, I'm not going to get anyone better than Bill.
No, are you going to turn this? He comes with his car. Now, I don't know if you knew that. Are you going to make that the Batmobile?
Well, it's yellow, isn't it?
It is a star too. It's been a quiet place.
Yeah. I don't.
When you're making a movie, you have to work with a lot of different areas of the crew, the lighting, electric, the other actors. So you got to work with everybody. You're not a star. You have to work with everybody. So and that's what makes the movie, is working with everybody and just being cooperative and following directions.
Yeah, definitely.
Mandy can't saying that he fights in the animated series. Amy Crabtree says Bill's going to be amazing. I agree. I think it's I mean, the casting you've seen, and I've talked to a lot of the cast now, and I think you nailed it on casting. I'll give you an A right there.
Thank you.
Now we'll see what you bring to the table, Caimano.
I know. Yeah, we'll see.
You feeling intimidated by this cast? Maybe you overdid it and putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders to deliver now?
I should have found different. Yeah, I should have found someone else. should have found someone that wasn't as experienced as Bill, and Lydia Manson as Batgirl, and Sean Thompson as Commissioner Gordon, and we have Billy Culbertson making an appearance in the film. I think I did pretty okay with the casting. I don't give myself a lot of credit, but when it comes to the cast, I think I've done a solid job so far with it.
I agree. Every cast choice has been awesome, and you can tell, like, just everybody I've spoken to who's on a lot of these films that you're doing right now, and even the Flower City Butcher, you've nailed it on casting too.
Thank you. I think so too, and I have a better idea of what's going on with that one than some of the other people do, because it's easy to say, I'm familiar with Batman, I saw this movie or this show or whatever the case, but when it comes to the Flower City Butcher, most people aren't aware of what we're doing with the film, but I think I've done a good job of picking people out for that one as well. With Samantha Larkin starring in it, Angel Bradford, Sean Thompson, Austin Bidikofer, Bernard Sharp, Anthony Creek, Daniel Lund, Troy Elke's doing the voice work for us. So.
Yeah, I mean, these are people that if anybody who's active in the, seeing the indie projects going on, you've seen at least one or two of these people around in all these indie projects, and they have a lot of experience and they're really solid. Just like Mandy Cantone, I always see her around. There's people that I'm excited to see in some of these movies that are coming out, and some that you have in yours, like we got Bill, we got Sean. I can't wait to see. Angel Bradford. I mean, you can name the list. It goes on and on and on and on. Sorry if I'm a little fuzzy tonight.
Fine.
The allergies are kicking my butt, man. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it tonight, but I'm pulling through. The show must go on. Allergies.
Yeah, we have Bill Smith playing Alfred in Batman: The Killing Joke. Right now, he's set to have a cameo of sorts in the Flower City Butcher as well. He's got a lot of stuff that he's been involved with over the years. Very talented, respectful, and respectable actor. Very talented guy, professional. We also have, of course, Sean Thompson, who we had on the show, I believe, last week. So he'll be Commissioner. Yeah, and he was just in the Sawyer Massacre and Demons at Dawn and I don't know everything. I think Roseblood.
Yeah, he's been rolling. He's been really busy. Chad Middleton saying, "What's Bill's favorite Batman movie?"
Probably the Joker. That new one that came out.
I love that movie.
That was wild.
I like it too
because it delved into the Joker and his personality and why he became the Joker. That was really interesting.
I think a lot of.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I was going to sneeze. I put it on because I was going to do that.
Oh.
Like I said, these allergies kicking my ass.
No, I was going to say, I think some of the stuff in the Joker was borrowed from the Killing Joke, and I think some of the stuff from the Dark Knight was borrowed from the Killing Joke too. Some of the ideas and the concepts that they came up with. So like Joker's past and how he has multiple pasts that he talks about. In the Joker, he's a stand-up comedian. That's from the Killing Joke. I think both of those films borrowed from the story that we're basing this new one off of. So
well, hopefully, it seems like all of them do that. Even the Keaton ones with Nicholson as the Joker, they kind of gave a background story on the Joker in that one. They tend to do that in every DC movie. The only one I'm trying to think of one they didn't really. Well, the Dark Knight they really didn't. They kind of gave a little bit talking about his father and why aren't you why he cut his face and other people's face, but
right.
Where in the comics, from what I understand, I haven't read all of them. He's really kind of an obscure character. You really don't know his background.
Yeah, so in the Killing Joke, he kind of gives you a background story, or they give one to you, but you aren't sure if that's really what happened or not. So it's almost like, in the Dark Knight where he says, this happened, but then he tells the story again and tells it differently, and he says, oh, it's actually this is what happened, and it's almost like
he's such a liar.
Yeah, you aren't even sure if he knows the truth about his past anymore. It kind of gets to that point. So I think the Dark Knight and the Joker, both films probably borrowed, and I'm sure that the Keaton one did as well from the Killing Joke.
I'm guessing they probably do it for consistency with the comics and at least acknowledge each storyline because there's so much to it. And
yeah.
I learned more from just watching and talking to other people about it to try to read all the comics and catch up on it. But I mean, I grew up as a kid. I'm not as old as when it came out, the '60s Batman with Adam West and which I loved. It was campy. And then even for me, when I finally saw Keaton's Batman, I remember the poster coming out, and it was like, okay, this is different because it was always campy. Back before that, anything I'd seen because I wasn't a comic reader, and then that was really dark, and then it just got darker and darker. Which obviously I like a darker version. I'm sure you do, especially since you're doing the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
What about you, Bill? Would you like it in between campy and like your personal preference, a campy Batman or a dark Batman, or a little bit in between?
In between, but I like Anthony's laugh of the Joker.
Thank you.
So cool.
Thank you.
The laughter.
Laugh. He's a little crazy, man. Be careful on the set.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to do that laugh at first. Though, like I did a bunch of interviews and they asked me about the laugh, and I said, I wouldn't do a Joker laugh, but people kept asking about it. So eventually I just did it, and we put it in some of the posts on Facebook and started sharing it, and people were commenting on it. So I'm glad they liked it. I'm glad I didn't screw it up or whatever. I was kind of worried about that, but people seem to like it. So.
Hey, that's all that matters. It's your own take on it. And it was pretty cool. I remember when you first got it because, you sent me a voice clip of it. You're like, it does a pretty good Joker laugh. Because I didn't even think of the video for it. I might have, but I remember the laugh itself. Can't remember, I think it was actually a voice clip you sent me of the Joker.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, he's got it, man.
So one day, I think when I started doing it, I I sent like maybe 5 people like an audio clip, and each person got a different clip because I would just hit record, do the laugh, and send it out. So I think John probably got one, and then a few other people got different takes of the laugh. But yeah, that first day when I kind of started doing it here at the house, I was like, let me send this out to a bunch of people and see what they think. Devo.
Hey, Devo's my son. Good to see him out there. He's like, you're a busy guy, John. I'm like, yeah. Lately, I've been doing a lot of these,
Yeah.
which I've enjoyed. Like I said, I'm working so much, and even with the cold, I just enjoy these so much. I enjoy talking to all the different actors and filmmakers. It's been a lot of fun for me. So that answers Devo's question. Manipulation, narcissist, sociopath, mastermind, joker, favorite victim to manipulate, Harley Quinzel. True.
Yeah.
She's a glutton for punishment. But I think, what I do enjoy about the Harley Quinn Joker aspect is I think it really touches on things like with the way most men and women have a relationship, and whether it's a good or bad one, women will put up with the worst of the worst and still have the man's back if they're in love with them. And Harley Quinn definitely doesn't stray from that. She always has Joker's back. And I think that's really good character development in the comic. It is a great aspect, like Topaz is saying. So I agree with you, Topaz. Good point. He's probably the most brutal to her, and she still loves him more than anybody else. So that is a cool aspect to their relationship. But Harley Quinn's not in it, is she? No. Or maybe. I didn't think so. No, I don't think so.
No
Batgirl.
Batgirl's in the movie. I've had a lot of people ask if Harley would be in the film. Had a lot of people ask me if they can audition for it. A lot of people have sent me pictures of themselves in the makeup with the hair done and everything.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, full costume for all the characters. For Batman, the Joker, and Harley were the 3 that I got the most of. But other people
all 3 of those, no problem. Lydia could jump in as Harley Quinn and do Batgirl on top. She loves to do all this. I call her the queen of cosplay there. She was always doing something cool.
Yeah, she's done Catwoman as well. She's done Poison Ivy.
So I've seen all the pictures. I enjoy them, man. She does kick-ass cosplay.
She just won a contest. She was Tiffany from the Child's Play series.
Yeah, oh, that one, yeah.
yeah. It was pretty cool.
Good Tiffany, too. Like I said, she's the queen of cosplay. She's always doing something cool. And Topaz, yes, Catwoman. I love Catwoman, too. I'm going to still put Michelle Pfeiffer on screen as the best one yet.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, by far. I thought, and I love Halle Berry. I thought she looked good in the movie, but that movie was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. But I'd like to see a good Catwoman on screen. I don't think she had enough screen time in Batman, the Batman. But yeah, I didn't. A lot of people didn't like the Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. I didn't mind her too much. She wasn't bad, but I just think she needed 3 films to kind of develop it. They kind of threw her on that one. It was the end of the thing. And the relationship didn't have time to grow because there's so much going on with that. So I still say Michelle Pfeiffer, Queen of Cats. But Bill, so what are some projects other than like The Killing Joke? You have some other things that you said a clown movie you got that's in post-production now?
Clowns in the Woods is we finished it last year. It's I think it's in post-production, and I think they're getting in a distributor for that. That one's a scary movie. That's very scary. I played one of the dad of one of the main character. So I have a small part in it, but it's a really good movie. Very scary.
So that was Adrian's film, and Anthony Creek, who we had on the show, was in Clowns in the Woods as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and he'll be in the Flower City Butcher with Bill and I. So
that'll be cool. I really like. I was glad to see final. I want to say it's called The Final Show. The one he showed me that he was in.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
really good. That was he was funny as hell in that movie, man. I cracked
He,
up at that.
yeah, he likes that kind of character from what I can tell. Like for what he was doing in the final show, where he's going, "Hey man," kind of,
Man, how you
whoa,
doing, man?
yeah.
Oh man, well, come on, man. But Topaz, you're right. You know what? I'm gonna blame it on the cold. Julie Newmar and the TV show was a fantastic. And especially being a young kid and I'm watching the replays of that, I always thought, first crushes back in the day was Wonder Woman as a kid watching on TV, and Julie Newmar as Catwoman was pretty smoking too. So yeah, she was a great Catwoman. Um, so I agree with that. I was more thinking films, but yeah, you know what? You got to put Julie Newmar in there. So you are right, Topaz. You are right. I give you props. You win the prize. There's no prize, but you win it. But yeah, I love a good scary clown movie. I haven't got Pennywise sitting here. I bought this. That was cool. Grab that little Pennywise. But so what's your favorite type of movie to work on? Is there like a type of movie you haven't been cast in that you'd like to do, or is there a favorite genre of movies that you enjoy doing, or you'd like to test your skills at?
For me, I've done every genre so far. Oops. Um, it's basically I look at the character to see how I can fit into the character in the movie. So that's what I look for at first, and then the genre of the movie doesn't really matter. I put a lot of emphasis on the character of what I'm booked as or cast as. That's what I look for. But I've done all different types of genres of movies. So
Is there a favorite thing you like to do? Do you like to be the father figure, or do you like being a bad guy? Would you like being?
I've done the bad guy and I've done the good guy. I've done both, so it doesn't matter to me.
He
Not
does it all.
really.
He does it all.
No.
As long as you feel you like the story and you feel you can
Yeah,
bring something to the
just
character.
I focus on the character, and how I can help with the movie. So that's what I look at first. I've done all the different genres, so I don't really have a favorite because they're all a challenge when I do the character. So that's most important.
That's awesome.
And then I internalize the character. So when I see myself on in the movie, it's like I am shocked that it looks so believable. That because when I'm doing it, I don't know how people perceive it, but I think that I'm the character. And then when I look at it, when I see myself on the movies, it's like, wow, did I really do that? It's like I'm shocked to see myself in the movies. A lot of actors don't want to look at themselves in the movies, but I do because I want to just be um, I want to perfect it more in the next character to see what I did wrong or what I did right.
And I take it you've learned a lot from it. I've tried to do that even with my streams. I don't like to watch myself on camera. I don't really like to watch streams, but I'll watch my streams and be like, I wish I didn't do that. There's better ways I could do things. So I imagine as an actor you can learn a lot. Have you learned a lot from watching your films? Do you think that's been your biggest
Oh yeah,
help?
absolutely. The biggest is probably timing of the script. I tend to go too fast. I have to slow it down a lot. So I try to slow the pronunciation and the narration much slower. Because I really get excited when I'm on set and I go too fast. But I try to slow it down as much as possible.
Control the adrenaline a little bit.
Right, exactly. Because I take deep breaths before I start the scene, so to lower the blood pressure and try to stay normal and believable. So yeah, because you're on set and there's 100 people in the background, and the lights and the cameras and stuff. It's very intimidating, and you're with major stars or other actors, it's very intimidating. So and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but once I get into it, I feel comfortable. But yeah, it's the timing, and
I could
just
imagine that could be, especially being on a set like, say, as an example, Quiet Place 2, where you're not the guy who gets to do take after take, so you have to do it right the first time, or
right.
you're gonna regret it. So it's good that I was gonna ask you if you had like a certain way to keep the adrenaline in check for yourself.
I Before I even go on set, I take a lot of deep breaths, which lowers your blood pressure, and it gives more oxygen to your brain, so you're more focused. You have to be extremely focused because you have to know where the cameras are, but not show it on the set that you know where the cameras are, because you got to be in front of the cameras and the lighting, and you got to be aware of where the other actors are, if there's any explosions that are being done. So you have to be aware of all that, but you can't show it um, on set, and you have to maintain your character as well. So it's much more complex than people think it is.
I've learned a lot, like I said, talking to actors like yourself and others who've experienced it, and I really find it fascinating, especially from like being a townsperson in A Quiet Place too. You get to observe it from a different angle than anybody else does, whether it's the director or even the main characters. You get to see it from a angle and a perspective that others don't get to see it, and I think that's really cool. Can Film is saying, learn from the past, do better in the future. Great advice. I can't agree more. I think everybody, whether you're an actor or anything, I know I've, learned from my mistakes. Or at least you try to, and not to repeat them. And I imagine as an actor, like you said, you watch yourself, and you mentioned other people don't like to watch themselves, but it's something you enjoy doing because you'll see something, watch it, and your own worst critic, see what you think you could do better. And
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
what's your best way to prepare for a role? Like if you got the dialogue, do you do the mirror thing, or do you have like take a camera and record yourself doing it on your own?
No, what I do is I internally think about the character, and then I internalize it. So I become the character internally. So when I'm on set, I look like the character because I prepared to be the character internally. And then when I do the dialogue or whatever, even if I'm not speaking, I look like the character on set. So yeah, that's what I do internally. That's when I learned when I was a young kid, is to internalize the character so it looks believable, and that you're not an actor, but you are the character. Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh, you become the character. You basically,
Exactly.
in your mindset, you're not Bill Smith anymore.
No,
You're,
no,
Chuck Wagner, or whatever they cast you as, and you become Chuck Wagner. You take on how he
right,
dressed and how you think he dressed, and become that person. So yeah.
right, exactly. So if you have 2 or 3 parts in the movie, you go from one character to the next, and you change your persona. You internalize each character, so it looks like a whole different character. So yeah. So you're
Chad,
not.
oh, go ahead. Sorry
It
about that.
goes. I've done a couple movies, and when I was in theater, that I had to do 3 or 4 parts, so I had to change my outfit and makeup. But I thought about the character, internalized it, so I felt like the character. So when I'm on stage or on a movie set, I it it I look so believable that I am the character because I've internalized it. And then when I
So you're
change to another character, I'm a different character, and I'm not that other character or Bill Smith. So that's what I do.
Are you able to flip it on and off? Are you that method actor that even offset?
I can flip
You're
it on
still.
and off easily, yes, because you've internalized it and prepared for it mentally and even physically. So
Chad Middleton's asking, has Bill done comedy roles and do you tell jokes? Would you consider yourself a comedian?
Actually, I did a movie. It was called Tamara, and I did. The director asked me to do a speech, and I did the speech. But what they did, they edited it, and it looks funny because the people in the audience are falling asleep and stuff like that. So so I did the speech as a regular speech, but then they edited it, and it's hilarious. So but comedy is extremely difficult. So I haven't really done a lot of comedy.
Cam Films Studios, 321 Studios is saying it's great to see Bill again. He hopes all's been well with you. Obviously, they know who you are, and that's great that they came in there showing you support. It says a lot of the type of person you are and the actor you are.
Thank you very much.
And then my son Devo, look at him. Oh, what's up, guys? Wrong person, but good to see you, FNC Mind. Much appreciated you being here. We're just popping with Bill. Devo's saying, I would love to one day try auditioning for a role. I have a lot of love and respect for actors. Yeah, Devo's a great guy. Everybody loves him. He probably get put on a cast. Anthony would be like, everybody loves Devo. He's always getting off. No, he's a good kid. I love him to death. I guess he's my son. I gotta like him. No, I can see you doing that, buddy. My friend Chris Callie sending the love. Love Chris Callie. She's such a great person. Oh, boy, it keeps jumping around. Stop jumping. There we go, Chris Callie. All right. So with the roles coming up, it was Clown in the Woods. I don't want to say it wrong. What's the clown movie's name again that you're in?
Oh, Clowns in the Woods.
Okay, I was right. Yeah. I did say Clowns in the Woods. Okay.
I think the trailer's out already.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna have to. Is it on YouTube?
It's I think it's on YouTube. Yes.
Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm gonna go dark. Anthony, I'm sure you got a ton of questions for Bill, and I'm gonna find the trailer.
Okay. All right.
Well, this is Bill's first live stream, so I think he's been a fantastic guest. Yeah, and I'm sure definitely. You have a few questions that you'd love to ask Bill.
Yeah,
for all the ladies.
Oh, we're also on Indiegogo for both movies as well. So if they need
the links too,
if they want to look at the links and all the different products that they can obtain.
Definitely. So I'll just run through some of the comments, say hi to people. We got Devo, John's son, Amy Crabtree, Mandy, Chad Middleton, Cam Films is the other Chad, Brittany, FNC Mind. I know Kyle Flett was here, Chris Kale. Everyone seems to be enjoying Bill tonight. I hope you guys are excited to see him as Alfred Pennyworth in our upcoming fan film, Batman the Killing Joke. Melanie's here. So like Bill was saying, we have two campaigns live on Indiegogo right now. Batman the Killing Joke and the Flower City Butcher. We have a bunch of cool perks to offer you guys. DVDs, Blu-rays, posters, background extra roles, producer credits, associate producer, executive producer. You can get your picture in the Batman film, all kinds of stuff. So check it out. Donate, help us reach our goals. If you can't afford to donate, share the links for us, because maybe one of your friends would like to donate or help us out or participate or whatever the case. It goes a long way. And this is the first time that I've been live with Bill. This is the first time that Bill's been live exclusively on Doomsday's Krypt. So John does a lot to help us out. We've been doing a lot of interviews with John, and I appreciate him very much. I appreciate Bill Smith being with me here tonight. Is there anything, Bill, that you want to say that we haven't covered, that John hasn't asked, or anything you could think of that I should have asked but didn't ask?
I think we're really doing well with Indiegogo. I was surprised how we're doing. It's really incredible. The people participating in it. I thank everybody for helping us out and being involved. I'm glad the community is really responding to it, especially the Batman movie. So it'll be interesting. I think people will really like it.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish with it so far. The Batman campaign is at 87%. Like Amy Crabtree, one of our producers, was just saying. Once we hit 100%, if we get there within the next 25 days, I believe it is, we'll go in demand on Indiegogo, which means the campaign stays active and we can keep raising money for it. Right now, the Flower City Butcher is just under 200%. I think it's at like 189% of our goal or something like that. Yeah, and
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and that one's only been live for like a few days, 4 or 5 days or something like that. So yeah, we're definitely finding success through Indiegogo with the support of the independent film community. Our friends and family and new friends that we keep making and. Yeah, it's definitely exciting, and I'm blessed to have the support of Bill Smith and John Henderson and the cast and crew of both films. And thank everyone that's watching.
$1,000 and even blown that off the roof on the Flower City Butcher, and it's good. We're so close with and the links in the description, guys. I should have saved it on this so I could drop it, but 83% funded. You're so close. What are you, about $600 away from in demand on it?
It's somewhere around there, and I think we'll definitely get there. We're gonna I'm sure some of the people watching tonight will help us out a bit. We'll end up updating the campaign at some point and just offering more stuff to get people involved with it and so forth. So I think we'll be fine with it. I think it'll go in demand and stay active for a while.
When does the in demand end?
I'm sorry?
On the Killing Joke, when is in demand end? When is the Indiegogo campaign ending?
Oh, okay. So the campaign is only set for like 25 more days or something like that. But if we reach that goal and get the other, whatever it is, 15% or whatever we have left, it'll stay active. So it won't end. It'll keep going, and we'll be able to keep raising money on it.
I know guys going to convention in May. He'll probably be able to run some trailers, so I'll talk to him. The guy's kind of a dick, but I think he'll probably do it if I talk to him.
Okay.
But I'm sure, maybe we could figure out something to do a Batman Killing Joke, kind of raise some money for the film type deal. I might have a few things we could do something with or figure something out to raise that money, hit that in-demand goal. I think we can do something cool.
That sounds good. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. If you have anything that you have that you'd like to offer, we can
just sign autographs and send them out.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, whatever you think.
He's ready to act, and you could get it. You could get it now if you donate.
It sounds good to me.
He's got a great personality. Although his daughter, my granddaughter, I'll shine them all. Now if you could get her to star in a movie, that kid's just too adorable. But I hope I got the right trailer. It says it's you can even buy or rent it now, so I'm hoping it's the right one. You'll know. We're gonna put on the trailer now, and hopefully I pulled up the right one. If not, I'll find it. Let's see what's the best way to do this. We're gonna go like that. Go like that. Oh, I think I got it on. We got some.
We were all there. We were all in this together. So we're just supposed to carry on like nothing ever happened? You think you're doing all my girl, retard? I was only asking this if she wanted to celebrate my birthday tomorrow.
Hello, Brad. You still think that Liz wants to be your friend? Can't you see she's going to manipulate you and hurt you?
Marcus, may you find rest as you lie in death, and walking uprightly enter into peace.
Clowns and circuses. He was so obsessed with clowns and circuses. Never knew why.
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
What do you want from me?
There's a lot of work to do. You can help us to deliver justice.
Where did you get this?
My brother had it on him when he died.
That's why the clowns chose him. They've already made him into one of their own.
Amy, why are you taking this so seriously?
Because one of them saw me. They know I'm on to them.
It's a cruel world, Marcus, and we have to be just as cruel in return.
It's not nice to talk during the movie.
Very cool. I hope it's the right film. If not,
Yep.
somebody
That's
got a free plug.
Yeah,
Guess
so
or not, your film got promoted. No, that was a cool looking trailer. Like I said, it freaked out some of my coworkers because I got a few, especially one who's deathly afraid of clowns. Like I brought her this, and to show her because Vinny made it. She loves clowns so much. She wasn't too thrilled with me about that one, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. I love the clown vibe, man. We were, like I said to you off screen, I was talking to one of my friends about doing like the top 10 clown movies that we have, and it looks like it could maybe get there. It was pretty freaky looking. Definitely has a dark tone to it. They weren't very funny clowns. They were pretty serious. They were funny though, but they were pretty seriously mean. Well, that looks cool, man, and that's on demand in Indiegogo. Still,
I think it's finished. I think it's right now.
Buy or rent is available on YouTube.
Okay, it's in post production and might be out. I think it's being distributed now. I think
it says you can buy or rent it now.
Cool. It could be, yeah.
Rent for $5. You can buy it for $18. If you guys give me $50, I'll buy it for you. We'll use it towards Batman Killing Joke. Just kidding. It says it's out now that you can buy or rent it on YouTube. So I think I'm gonna have to check it out. I might have to watch it to this weekend because one of my guys is a huge clown fan. I said that clown right there was my first mask, and it was basically based off of this one right here. The first thing he said was mask, 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 about one mask, and then it just got ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But yeah, Bill, is there anything else you'd like to tell some of the people out here that we could do? Unfortunately I gotta try to take some more medicine because these allergies are kicking my butt tonight. But it's been a ton of fun. Is there something else you'd like to plug other than Clowns in the Woods and Batman Killing Joke? And same thing goes for you, Anthony.
Not really. Everything is mostly out already. I can't think of anything.
And you got a big surprise tonight. Your new Clowns in the Woods is now out to watch. So I hope you get a chance to check it out.
Yeah, I know that's Adrian's film. I think he's still he said something about distribution to me too. So I think he's trying to maybe find different avenues for distribution for that one. Okay. Yeah, but I would just say,
I didn't open a can of worms I wasn't supposed to, but I'm just an interview. I'm just going on YouTube doing my job here.
I don't know. That's that wasn't one of mine, so I don't know. I just know Adrian made that. Anthony Creek was in it. I saw him in the trailer there. Bill Smith was a part of it too, so I just support those guys. Batman the Killing Joke is live on Indiegogo. We've already reached 83 or 87% of our goal, and we're trying to get to 100. So guys, help out by donating, sharing the campaign. And the same thing with the Flower City Butcher. The Flower City Butcher is at 189% of our goal, but we want to get to 200%. So donate, share, join us on set, do whatever you want. We got all kinds of perks, DVDs, Blu-rays, producer credits, all kinds of things.
I got the link for both in the description too. So on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can find the Indiegogo for the Killing Joke and for the Flower City Butcher right in the links on Facebook. It's right there. And even if you don't have the money right now, you share it out. it goes a long way. Maybe somebody else will want to get in on it and check it out. There's producer perks left, I believe. There's a bunch of really cool perks left. Dog bandanas, right? For the dog lover.
Yeah. For the Batman, Batman the Killing Joke, matching underwear and dog bandanas and masks and all kinds of things. So
I just look really silly in pants, so I can't really get that perk.
I tried. I bought a pair. I said screw it. I bought a pair.
There you go.
They're comfortable. I don't care.
They make a great Christmas gift, and before you know, Christmas will be
stocking stuffers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely check it out, support it, so you guys can see Bill Smith as Alfred and in Batman the Killing Joke. Pick up a DVD, and he'll be in the Flower City Butcher as well. So you guys have something to look forward to. You can buy the movie off YouTube today. Very cool. All for Clowns in the Woods. That's right. That's Chad. He was on set with us in September as well.
Yeah, I want to check it out because that looks really cool. And I'm a sucker for clown movies. I don't care. Killer Clowns from Outer Space was like my first comedy horror clown movie that I was addicted to, and I must have watched that movie as a kid about 70 times because it was back in the day we didn't have all these fancy schmancy channels, so a new movie came out like that and it was just great. It'd been some years since I watched it. I recently watched it again like 6 months ago. So yeah, I'm a sucker for clown movies. I'm gonna have to check that one out, especially since Anthony Creek's in it, and
and Bill Smith.
I'm in it.
Yeah, we got Bill in there. So
my car's in it too.
The car. Oh, I don't care about the rest of it. I'm going for the car. I'm all about that car.
Oh my God.
But thank you guys again. We'll have to do another stream and really boost up the Batman Killing Joke when we're getting close to it. Maybe we can all get together, do a live stream with you and a bunch of the cast while I'm at Spookala in May, and maybe even before that, really hype it up. See if we can get it to 300%.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Get 100% and get another 200%. I say we do that. I think a lot of people see the value and the interest in it, and what an awesome cast you got going for the Batman Killing Joke, and also the Flower City Butcher. So some great people in the indie community that are in these projects. So make sure you check it out and support. All the links are in the description. Thank you again, Bill Smith. Thank you for co-hosting, Anthony. Always a pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. So we will talk to you again soon. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Sunday, I have a live stream. We will this is one you're not going to want to miss. I posted the link for it. Well, not the link, but I'm going to set up a trailer for it. We're going to do a big announcement, and it's a pretty awesome guest. And anybody who's on the Facebook, you'll have to check out the Facebook group if you're on YouTube. So I'm not going to tell you guys, but it's a really, really exciting stream we got coming Sunday.
Cool.
Come on up there. So, all right, guys. Cool. Peace out. Thank you, chat. We'll talk
guys.
again.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you very much.
John. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.